The officials for this afternoon's game are Benjamin Tell, Jose Diaz, and Tremaine Gamble. I'm naming shot clock operators.
Look at the teams and their starting five. Marsh, James Jr., Hamilton, Hoover, and Williams all getting the starting nod for the Pirates. And these are your Bears who will begin things. Daniel, Shangassi, Good, Davis, and Brooks. What a day of basketball it has been. And it ends with this one, as does the season for one of these two teams. And here is who is in, by the way. On the ladies' side, the championship will pit the Parsons against the Coyotes. Snead State and Coastal Alabama North. And on the men's side, Parsons are in. Who will they play? Bears or the Pirates? Bishop State, the home to this year's D2 tournament. As you know, there are now two divisions in Alabama. D1 plays next week in Huntsville. And D2 playing this week in Mobile. Fed down low. Off the glass for Brooks. There is a foul. There have been teams here today, one in particular, the ladies of Chat Valley, who would certainly have to worry about players and getting people in if somebody fouled out. They only had 6. That is not true with Bevill State. It took a ledger sheet to get all the players from Bevill. Bears with all the early points in this one, a 7-zip lead. Up by a touchdown as Marsh sends it over to James and then into the hands of Williams. James. Back it goes to James, puts up the 3, rimmed in and out. Rebounded by Brooks. Tried to flip it into the corner, instead flipped it against the wall. But apparently, now the Pirates are going, wait a minute, that's our ball. Didn't touch any Pirates on the way out, but the officials say it caught him there. From the corner. Off the rim for Shangassi. Into the paint. Coming from the backside to reject was Hamilton. Swatted out of bounds, so the Bears will maintain possession. In the last game of the day, Chat Valley played earlier in the week in a quarterfinal matchup to get here. Rejected by Hamilton. 2 blocked Hamilton shots. Opposite side of the floor, Marsh picking up the dribble and then sees the defense slide away and drops it in for 2. Off the rim with a 3 try. And an elbow thrown by Hoover that got a pair right in the mouth. Well, it looks like Tavion Good is going to be okay. But the elbows went a-slinging. And that is going to be charged as an intentional foul.
Flagrant foul has been assessed against Micah Hoover of Chat Valley. That's his first foul, second team foul against the Pirates.
So it'll be brought in. Well, it's it's a two-shot foul. And then we'll have Good shooting, trying to recover. I'm surprised he doesn't have a busted lip. I'll have to say that. I don't think there was any intent from Hoover to hurt Good, but how he came away without drawing blood, I'm not sure. Good will miss the free throw. The first of two. And that's, by the way, the reason for the two is that it was an intentional foul. Though we weren't into the bonus. And possession of the basketball as well. It acts like a technical. Out front it goes to Marsh. I make that Daniel and goes over to Good and Good. Hitting the long range shot. James back out front to Wiltshire. And off given to Hamilton. Hamilton a big scorer this year. Flips it over to Williams. Williams back into the corner. And then putting his heel out of bounds was Wiltshire. And the Bears with possession of the basketball. This is a little reminiscent of the game prior. Sneed State jumped out with a big lead over MMI, and MMI never really able to recover. Down by 28 at the half. Did cut the lead to 17 in the second half, but never got over that early jump start for the Parsons. Eight-point Bear lead. $16:02 to play, half number one. Hubbard goes to Williams, brings it for the timeline. Into the paint, leans in, shot no good, tipped out of bounds. And at last got the fingertips of Michael Hoover. Well, tomorrow we are back here. There's also basketball tomorrow at South Georgia Tech in Americus, Georgia. Ken Gustafson will be there for the call as Albany Tech and South Georgia Tech battle. The baseball slated for tomorrow has been moved to Sunday. MMI Coastal North baseball because of today's rain. And even if it lets off tomorrow, the field's inundated. So the baseball tomorrow has been moved to Sunday. Handoff goes to Hamilton from Wiltshire. James, left turn to the glass and lays it up and in. And there was a timeout on the floor asked for by the Pirates. Bears, I don't know if you'd say in control early, but definitely with a big lead. Bevill Bear fans in the stands enjoying the game here in Mobile, Alabama, and enjoying the early double-digit lead. Out of the corner comes Williams, brings it topside, handed over to Marsh. James with it out front. Hamilton was thinking about what he was going to do next before he had possession of the basketball. Lean in, no good for Shangassi. Marsh with it topside. Feeding to Williams, there's some bumping going on, and the bumping is instigated by a Bear. That Bear is Jemias Davis.
First team foul is the Bears. Checking in with Jason Griffin. And number 24,
Jason Griffin into the ball game. Also coming in is Alistair Dixon for the Bears. In play to James, handed to Marsh. Over to Williams. Cross court, Marsh. I make that James. James with a miss on the three. And there was a push down low. That is McKinday with the foul. Andre McKinday checking into the game. Andrew McKinday out of Loganville, Georgia. Back to Good, takes the shot from the stripe, short. Williams with a rebound, hands over to Marsh. Down the floor to James, has it at the timeline, works his way to the paint, and then gives it to Williams. Williams with a drive, and the foul committed. Isaiah Daniel on the personal. London Williams shooting 2. Trying to get it inside 10. Knocks down the first. Jose Gonzalez coming into the game. Elijah Heron in 2 for the Bears. Boy, there are so many different Bears on this team. I don't know how you as a coach keep up with it. I mean, I'd be just saying, hey, you. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Stolen by Hamilton. Laid up and in by James. And then a Williams foul. Got a hand on Gonzalez and commits the personal. So if you're the Bears, you could field 3 different teams. If you're the Pirates, you can only field 1. And a total of 9 players on the roster. And it looks like, as I look to their bench, 3 dressed out. Out of the corner comes Williams, brings it topside, hands it over to Hamilton. He'll drive and get sandwiched in between Gonzalez. And let's see, the other slice of bread was Jason Griffin. It is Gonzalez charged with a foul. found our way to the media timeout. A 6-point Bevill State lead at the 13:07 mark. Got a little grooving going on up here in the stands. Unless that's not what they call it these days. I mean, I'm an old timer. Call it grooving. It's probably got a different name now. I just revealed how old I was. Oh, the terminology I used. Hamilton from the charity stripe. And an opportunity to make it a 4-point game, which certainly changes the complexion of the game. I mean, it had a definite Bear domination feel to begin with. But the Pirates have trimmed it to 4. Over to Gonzalez. Lobs it down low. Defending is Hoover. Trying to get to the other side of the hoop and lay it in. Griffin finds all kinds of fingertips. Must have been touched by about 50 or more fingers before it eventually winds up in the hands of the Pirates. Wilcher into the corner to Hamilton. And he's going to draw a lot of attention. Hamilton has had a super year. And your kind of success on the floor draws attention. Nearly 22 points a game. Elijah Herron picking up the foul. An opportunity for the Pirates to make it a 2-point, maybe even a 1-point game. Hamilton. Williams for 3. Off the rim, rebounded by Brooks. Fed into the paint, off the glass for 2 for Davis. Picking up the dribble, Marsh, turnaround Jay, not there, Hoover's got it. And he'll try to power his way in and draw the foul committed by Davis. So Davis picking up his second foul as Hoover goes to the stripe. Short on the first Hoover free throw. A 62% free throw shooter. Top of the key 3, Isaiah Daniel. Lead back to 8 as we near the halfway mark of the half. Speaking of halftime, coming up at the half, we will talk with Trent Eager, the AD here at Bishop State. Hosting the D2 tournament, I would assume for the first time ever. And that assumption is based on the fact there haven't been a whole lot of D2 basketball tournaments. And Bishop State, until recently, hadn't hosted a whole lot of tournaments, period. Shangassi thought about the 3, backs it out. Steps back, defending is Williams. Slides the pass over to Brooks. Back over to Shangassi. Off the rim with the 3. Teammates battling. Hamilton and James. And to be perfectly honest, I didn't even see Tavion Good in the frame. I mean, it almost looked like if there was a foul to be called, it was one Pirate against the other. But I'm sitting up here in the top of the stands, and the official is right down on the floor in front of the action. Hamilton trimming it to 6. And now you have got timeout. And it will be charged to Bevill State. 10:19 to play, half number 1, Bevill State by 6.
University of Alabama Online, where legends log in. A tradition of excellence. Decades of experience in distance learning. Empowering students of all ages. More than 90 degree and certificate programs to advance your career. UA Online. Flexible, affordable, legendary. Let your computer be your campus. Visit online.ua.edu.
I'm trying to look at the tag on that jacket, probably a scout. It looked like maybe Middle Georgia. Watching the game from the top of the stands, there's a heck of a lot of talent here. Over to James as we are halfway through the first half of play. Out of the corner, Marsh turns around, shifts left to right hand, puts it up and in. Over it goes to Shangassi. Flips it out front. Good will send it into the corner. 3 ball dropped in by Daniel. Top side, Marsh with it. Over it goes to Hamilton. He'll knock down the 3. And there's a timeout on the floor. It'll be called by the Pirates. As we are down to a 6-point game again, with 8:48 to play in the half. Well, we got a handful of Bears enjoying themselves here, grooving to the music. Inside 9 to play. Bishop State, multiple campuses here. We are at the Frederica G. Evans Cultural Center. Yesterday in town to do baseball for Bishop State. And they play their baseball at a West Mobile campus over near the interstate, I-65. Of course, you got so many interstates that run through here. Maybe all the campuses near an interstate. You got I-65, I-165, you got I-10. Put in play from the baseline. Shangassi over to Daniel. Daniel with a miss on the 3, rebounded by Marsh. Over to James, who saw the runner's part. And it's a 4-point game. Into the ball game for the Pirates, Ashton Crawford. Crawford with a rebound, off with a miss by Good. Hamilton trying to make it a 2-point game. That'll go out of bounds off of Hamilton. Jason Griffin coming out of the game. Checking in for the Bears is Alistair Dixon. Brooks tipped it back up and in. Whipped over to Crawford. Back it goes to Marsh. Into the paint and a walk. Here comes Williams back into the game. Hoover will exit for the Pirates. Bears with possession on the opposite end of the floor. Looking for their 18th win. Pirates shooting for their 19th. But in reality, everybody came here goose egg and goose egg. And it's the teams that are 1-0 that will battle for the championship. Foul called on Tim James Jr.
Tim James Jr. checked out. His first foul, 17th foul. Places Bevill State in the bonus. At the line shooting. Quinn Brooks with 2 shots.
Quinn Brooks, 6'4", 198-pound sophomore from Rockford, Alabama. And as a matter of fact, the Bear roster is nothing but Alabamians. All 15. If you look at the Pirate roster, there's not a single Alabamian on the roster. Of course, Phoenix City sits right there on the Georgia line, and the bulk of the roster from Georgia. Do have a South Carolinian in Amari Wilcher.
18 foul against Bevill State. At the line shooting 1-1 for Chat Valley is Elijah Marsh.
Elijah Marsh will shoot. Averages just under 10 a game, a 70% free throw shooter. A Chat Valley squad that sports 3 double-digit scores. But only 2 of which are here. And Ashton Crawford, who is in the game wearing the face mask, a protective facial mask, is one of the double-digit scorers. Fin down low, Brooks off the glass. Over to Hamilton, bringing it baseline. Nothing there, gives to James. Tried to lay it up and in. Williams got the putback. Over to Shangassi. Into the paint. And there was an open back door. He goes through for 2. Marsh with a handoff to James. Hands it over to Hamilton, and Hamilton a walk. Timeout on the floor. A media break. 5 minutes and 29 seconds away from halftime. A little bit of a drive from Bevill country to Mobile, but got a lot of Bears here tonight. I see a lot of Bevill Bear paraphernalia. T-shirts, sweatshirts. Better wear a sweatshirt today. Probably a t-shirt tomorrow. I mean, you know how it is in the South. And you might want goulashes and umbrella. It's been raining here in Mobile. The wettest city in the United States. Mobile, Alabama. Not more rain days, but more rain. Foul called on Marsh. At the stripe shooting is Alistair Dixon, a 6'7" sophomore from right here in Mobile. Yeah, he went up the road a bit to go to school, but from this neck of the woods. He's at home, probably got some kinfolk here watching. The lead is back to 10. Elijah Herron back into the ball game for the Bears. One more spot to determine for tomorrow's play. And either a Bear or a Pirate will have it. Williams off on the three. Rebounded by Daniel. Or check that by Good. Feet goes down low to Brooks. 223's battling. And the 23 wearing white got it back, missed two. James going the other way. Trying to dribble behind the back, and it got the back of the leg. Got away from Good. Marsh with it. Over to James, and James for two. Shangassi bringing it to the timeline this side of the floor. Hoover up off the bench for the Pirates. Set to check into the game. Loose ball. Battled it. And that's internet based. Well, working on our technical issues, internet has become an issue, apparently. And I think that is probably in large part responsible for why our scoreboard is not accurate. Let's see if I can manually control it. We'll take the clock away at the moment because we don't have access to the clock. Looks like maybe it has popped back in. Kind of a long story on how all of that works. But I think we lost internet briefly here. And that kind of discombobulates everything. And the first indication there was a problem is when the scoreboard and clock was no longer functioning properly on our graphic. But I think we've got everything back. Internet, scoreboard, the whole 9 yards. So our apologies for the interruption. Out front it goes to Williams. Tries to slide it over and does to Hoover. And we've got a 2-point game. When moments ago, seemingly, it was 10. From the top of the key, 3-ball from Daniel. Sent over to Marsh in the corner. Works it to the paint. Shangassi leaning on him. Hamilton to the paint. Shot is good. Foul was committed. He'll have a chance for three. So Hamilton at the line with a chance to make it a 2-point game again. Two-point game with less than a minute to go in the half. Heron giving it to Shangassi. Back to Heron. That is good. Tripped up in the paint. Marsh has got it. Going the other way. Wiltshire. Handing it to Williams. He'll bring it to the glass. Missed the shot. Put back. Not there either. Well, no matter what happens in the final 10 seconds of the half, we know we are in store for a dandy in the final 20 minutes of this one. Off the rim, and the half is over. Bevill State's got the lead, but the Pirates creeping up in the rearview mirror. 39-37 at the half. And our halftime guest, Trent Eager, coming up in right at 60 seconds. Just about all Wayne Jones County. Diving catch it, shortstop. Gross. Towards the gap. Diving catch in center field by Ben Aklinski. There is a shot towards deep short. Perhaps got it. Long throw over, and he got it. Great to have with us at halftime Trent Eager, the AD men's basketball coach at Bishop State. Coach, how you doing?
I'm good. How about you?
I am doing good. I wanted to get you on the air for a variety of reasons. One of which, obviously, is that you're hosting this weekend's D2 basketball championships. But before we talk about any of that, got to talk about Bishop State, man. You have really turned things around there at Bishop State. I mean, under your tenure, basketball, baseball, softball, all of it has seen a tremendous rise. And I like, too, the way you're getting involved with the conference as a whole. But so let's go back to when you became AD. Was this all part of the original game plan?
Absolutely. When I took over the job here at Bishop, I knew that, Bishop State athletics just wasn't in a top tier athletic department across the state, the region, or the country in general. And personally, that was a personal challenge of mine to just really revamp and restructure the athletics and turn it into not only a just, community brand within the Mobile area, a state brand, but also a regional brand that, when someone hears the name Bishop State, okay, I understand, I know, and that's a well-respected athletic department overall.
Why did that challenge draw you, though? Because, let's face it, a lot of folks, it would scare them off that the reputation or the history is such. It drew you. Why?
Because I knew that Bishop State was a gym. It was a lot of potential, and that's what I saw in general. Not just the basketball program, but just the overall athletics. Is in Mobile, which is a thriving city, the largest school district in the state. It's close to everything: beaches, casinos, shopping, everything you would want. And we have 3 other colleges in the area. So getting the kids here was something that I felt like, if you got the right things and right people in place and put the right things for kids to thrive, I thought that could really, what we're doing right now overall. My other programs, my coaches are doing a phenomenal job of getting the right people in place and getting the right things. So that was, my challenge, and that was my vision, what I saw at that time and taking the job in 2016.
How difficult is it to multitask? Because not only are you coaching the men's basketball, not only are you the AD, but when you take on these conference tournaments at the end of the year, like you did with volleyball and now with D2 basketball, man, that's a lot of responsibilities.
It's a lot of responsibilities. It really is. But the one thing that I wanted to be, excuse me, I wanted to be active. I wanted to be active. I want not only for Bishop State to grow, but our conference to grow and thrive. And I know that every school, every institution, every program is a big part of that. And however I can help the conference, our brand in Alabama Community College Conference grow, I wanted to do that. So the opportunity that we had to host the volleyball tournament was huge. I've always wanted the opportunity to host the basketball tournament. I was always apprehensive as to were we ready in general, but there's a lot of times and a lot of things in life in general. When will you ever be ready? You know what I mean? So Dean presented the opportunity, and I jumped on it, and I'm excited about it. And one thing with being an AD in Alabama in general, or overall, you have to learn how to prioritize and multitask and really be an extension of yourself in general, because you have so many other programs, student athletes, and everything that depend on you. And also you have so many other things that, you want to see to fruition and see get done yourself.
I promise our audience we are going to get to D2 in a moment, but there's so much going on at Bishop State. All right, let's talk about, first of all, and we'll get to men's basketball, which obviously is near and dear to your heart. Baseball. I think for the first time ever, a trip to Oxford a year ago, and coming into this weekend, I think number 2, maybe in the conference. I know it's very early in the year, but obviously that baseball program has been turned around under one of your hires, James Hattenstein.
Absolutely. That's the one thing that I really was intentional on, was getting the right people in place that could mold kids and lead a program. And I feel like I really got that in James Hattenstein. He's taken over the baseball program and hit the ground running, and has really turned it around in essence, a short amount of time. To where it's a regionally respected program, which is what we wanted, and has gotten kids here and on to the next level. And, we've got a kid that's thriving at the University of Alabama. So he's done a phenomenal job with his program, and I'm really excited to watch him continue on with, the baseball, as I am all my other coaches.
And of course, softball, you make your way to Alabaster, I think it was a year ago. So coach there doing a great job as well, picking up that softball program.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it was really exciting times last year. Actually, the men's basketball was the only program that didn't make the playoffs last season. And, last season was a year of taking over the program, and in year 2 and dealing with just kind of turnovers and just turning the program around. But to see those other programs, all of them make the tournament and show, growth, not only just improvement, but also growth. That was something really special. And now we're in a place that, I'm really excited about our athletic department. We have, all of our programs are contenders, programs that can, push and contend and not only just make the playoffs, but also compete. And that's something that we've always wanted here at Bishop State. That's something that I've always seen that we had the potential to do.
And of course, and I guess we won't dwell on each sport because we'll run out of time here at the half, but obviously tremendous success in volleyball, women's basketball. And then, of course, you mentioned not making it a year ago, which you made up for that this year as the number 1 seed in men's basketball. Wow, what a great year you've had.
Yes. We've had a really phenomenal year. A lot of milestones. The one thing that I can go back on, and I told these kids beforehand, before the season started, I don't know what it is, but we did have the makeup to be and do something special. That was my speech to them back in October, and they have lived up to that. And we've still got a lot of work to do, but for what they have done behind us is nothing short of special, nothing short of it.
All right, let's talk about basketball. This particular event that's being hosted by Bishop State originally wasn't going to be at Bishop State. So tell us how that transition occurred.
So The tournament was originally supposed to be held at Coastal Alabama, and my great friend and mentor, Daniel Head, is the AD there, and he and Dean, they both, approached me and just asked me about would I be willing to step in and help, and honestly, I was like, thank you for the opportunity to step in and help. I've always wanted to be, helpful, and like I said, be engaged in the conference, not just at Bishop State, in the conference. So they approached me with that. Would I be able to help out? And, of course, with where I am, of course, I do it. So that's going to be this Friday and Saturday, and I'm really excited about hosting it.
What does that add to your play? Because you are wrapping up the regular season where the men's and women's basketball are concerned. Both are headed to Huntsville. That will be next week. So how much does that add to your plate to take on the D2 this week?
I mean, it adds a little bit of work to my plate. I mean, anytime you put on an event of such, and it's not just yours per se, it's a conference event. You want it to be nice, so you have to make sure everything is laid out. No stone left unturned. Every I is dotted, every T is crossed. So it adds, some work to my plate. I've got some things that I've got to make sure that I handle today, along with the softball game that's going on, and practice today for the men's basketball. But I tell anybody, so to speak, the first part of business is busy. Staying busy is just a part of it. And I love what I do. I'm always busy. I'm doing things, but I love it. I love the opportunity to help out with sports and student athletes and create more opportunities. So I'm thankful for it, really.
Got to ask, you're D1. This is the D2 tournament. Of course, the ACCC now with both divisions. Had you been, and this is one of those hypotheticals, but had you been a D2, would you have still hosted the D2 tournament, or being D1, did that kind of give you the liberty to feel comfortable hosting D2?
Yeah, I think so. The conference was aligned. We didn't want any Division II hosting the actual tournament. So if I were D2, I probably wouldn't have hosted it. It would have been a neutral kind of thing per se. That's where Coastal Alabama South has come into play as the host site. And so they were the original host site, but their GM isn't quite ready. They just had a game last week to open up, but they have a couple more things to do. And then on March 9th, they're going to host the actual district in which Alabama Community College Conference champion has to play against a Florida Division II champion to move on to the Nationals.
Coach, congratulations on a great year. First time ever Bishop State's men's basketball program was ranked in the top 25. You're a number one seed, and that's hands down. I mean, we know in D1 and 2, there's been some log jams where some of the seeding is concerned, not where one in men's basketball is concerned. Congratulations, and thanks again for being our guest and hosting this weekend's tournament.
Thank you. Thank you for having me.
Hi, everybody. Welcome back as we get set for second half action in a 39-37 game. It's the kind of game you want, where you don't know who's going to win it. And at the halftime of the first game today, we didn't know who was going to. Wallace Selma had a 1-point lead over Coastal North won. Halftime of the ladies' game, pretty sizable Snead State lead in game number 2 of that semifinal, and they win it. The game that wrapped up prior to this one, pretty big Snead State lead over MMI, and they take home the semifinal and get into the championship. And this one, well, it's just too close to call at the moment. 2-point game, 20 minutes to play, and obviously a lot at stake. Bears and Pirates have to. One of these two plays the Parsons at 3 o'clock or thereabouts for the championship. From the corner, 3-ball dropped in by Herod. So the team that scored the first points to begin the ball game scored the first points to begin half number 2. 5 starters for the Pirates on the floor: Marsh, James, Hamilton, Hoover, and Williams. A little different look as Shangassi hits it to the Bears. And that little different look is Heron, who hit the 3 to begin the second half. There is a whistle and foul. It'll be brought in from the baseline. As I mentioned, if you're the Bears fouling, well, you know, if you're the Bear, you don't want to foul out of the game. But if you are the Bears, as in plural, you know you got plenty in reserve. It's the Pirates that would be a little more concerned about fouling out of the game. Williams over to Hamilton. From the top of the key, James in and out. By the way, you took a look at some first half stats. Team-wise, let's give you some individual numbers. Hamilton, the top scorer for the Pirates with 10. The top Pirate rebounder, Williams, with 6. Daniels, the top scorer for the Bears in the first half with 9. Brooks had more rebounds with 5. Largest first half lead, 10. And that lead came at the 15-27 mark, and it belonged to the Bears. Pirates have not had a lead in the game. And trimmed it to a 2-point game in the half. And quickest out of the blocks in half number 2, Bevill State. Leading it now by 7. Shangassi stepping behind the arc. James defending, shot short. Hoover with the board, gives it over to Marsh. Fed back to Williams. Hamilton top side. You know, it almost felt like Hamilton was held in check in the first half, but 10 points. That is pretty close. Miss jam. Alistair Dixon looking to the bench as if to say, hey, I was fouled. That's some life preservation, because you know if you miss a jam, the coach is not a happy camper. As a matter of fact, I think he is still sending darts, you know, those visual darts. If I had time, I'd whip the camera over to get a look at Coach. Billy Connor, boy, he had those, like my wife gives me. He was not happy with the missed jam when it was a sure two. Heron with it out front. Over it goes to Good. Down low with the toss to Dixon. And Dixon sure would like to make amends for the missed jam. Goes air ball on the bunny. And Good will dive, trying to take it away from Marsh and commit the foul. Brought in from the near sidelines by Williams. And a bench warning to Bevill State. 2 bench warnings gets you a tech. Off the glass for Marsh. Back to a 2-point game. Lost out of bounds by Good. And despite the quick start by the Bears to begin the second half, Pirates with an opportunity to tie. Marsh losing and able to get it back in the corner. Goes over to Hamilton. Williams driving, rejected, got it back. Fades, fires, Hoover, put back not there. Loose ball, retrieved in the corner by Good. Nearly stolen away by Marsh. And there was a timeout on the floor asked for by Bevill State. Now this one is determined to go down to the wire, apparently. 2-point game. Not quite 5 minutes into the second half.
University of Alabama Online, where legends log in. A tradition of excellence. Decades of experience in distance learning. Empowering students of all ages. More than 90 degree and certificate programs to advance your career. UA Online. Flexible, affordable, legendary. Let your computer be your campus. Visit online.ua.edu.
Well, we always like to give a little camera time to the folks that do some behind-the-scenes work. That is Ron Wallace with Ballin' Sports. He is Mr. Mobile, Alabama, as far as sports is related, so check out his website. I can't remember the exact name. I think it is ballinsports.com, but if you put Ballin' Sports in the Google address bar, I think it will likely give you info on Ballin' Sports. James off the glass and rim. Down with the rebound, it is Davis. Shangassi over to Davis, make that Dixon, and Dixon for 2. Well, each time the Pirates have been able to get it close, the Bears have been able to pull away. Off the rim, rebounded by Good. Down the floor to Daniels, brings it out of the corner, works it top side for Shangassi. Swing pass to Brooks, and then open down low after Hamilton's defense goes by an easy 2 for Dixon. And Hamilton incensed, he was ticked, I think, at Wiltshire. Wanted some backdoor help and didn't get it. And there is a timeout on the floor. This one asked for by the Pirates. 8-point game, 14:03 left. A lot of basketball fans coming out to the Frederica G. Evans Cultural Center. You know they're basketball fans when that gentleman there who's kind of emphatic was, showing how to the young lady beside him, some defensive moves that I'm sure needed to be applied here on the hardwood. Kind of love Bishop State in the fact that over the course of the Trent Eager era here, the AD and men's basketball coach, the perception of the program has changed. The quality of the program has changed. And when those kind of things happen, you've got to give credit where credit is due. Foul by Quinn Brooks. Put in play over the shoulder of Williams. Spin, scoops, not there, rebounded by Davis. Over to Shangassi. Handed to Good. Wiltshire defending, brings it inside. And the foul committed as Good hops up. Only charge to Hoover. I was looking for the commissioner, Dean Myrick of the ACCC. Just spotted him. He is, I wanted to get a camera shot, but I don't know if we can get a shot where he is hidden. Maybe that's part of the reason he is over in that little nook and cranny. Second 10-point lead for Bevill State. Official stopping play to bump the clock to 13:27. There's a big three. Wilton dropping in the tray. Flip down low to Davis. He'll drive off the rim. Ripped down by Hoover. Hands it over to Marsh. Trying to get it to Hoover. Taken away by the Bears. Good's got it. And that will be a Williams foul. Well, anytime you're defending in the hands and arms, start leaning. They're not perpendicular to the floor. They become more parallel to the floor. Good chance you're going to get a foul called, and that's what happened with Williams. Started lowering the hands and arms. good, missing the first. Couple of good misses, been rebounded by Brooks for 2. Marsh with a top side. A 9-point Bear lead. Hamilton bringing Wiltshire out of the corner. Spin move, dump down low. Hoover, one side of the hoop to the other for 2. Bevill State finished 2 in the ACCC. 1 and 2 got a bye, didn't have to play in the quarterfinals. Chat Valley had a quarterfinal matchup. Had to take on Enterprise State, won by 1. Shangazi going to the stripe. And I guess the argument could be made that the additional time off advantageous. Steen State was one of the teams that got the bye, they win. Bears get the bye, they lead. Of course, you have to take into consideration, 2, they are the 1 and 2 seeds, so they have been 2 of the top teams in Division II all year long. Hamilton knew it was an errant shot as soon as it left his hands. Tell by the body language. Thrown into Hamilton's hands. Marsh spins, lays it up and in. Andrew McKinday is into the game for the Pirates, who've trimmed it to a 7-point game. A little too hard with the swing pass from Brooks. Pirate basketball still plenty of time to go. It does have to feel for the Pirates like somewhat of an uphill battle in that every time they have gotten close, something like within 2, Bears have been able to rebuild the lead to 9 and most recently to 10. Hamilton with a give to Marsh. He summons McKinday for a screen, then trying to fire it down low. And that's a travel. One official looking to the other to see if a foul was going to be called, and there wasn't one. Timeout on the floor, and this is for the purpose of chit-chatting. This is not a chit-chat with the team, too. This is Coach Douglas Bird saying, I want to talk to you. You're in charge of these guys, right? Well, I'm not sure he got the answer he wanted, but he got an answer. I told Coach before the game, he is the sharpest dressed coach in the ACCC. You're not going to see Coach Bird without tie and coat. technical.
That's his third personal foul.
Well, now you got an unhappy coach on the opposite side of the floor. Hamilton knocking down the first. And the second. Let's see if I can get a quick shot for you of Coach. I mean, the facial expression is about all you need. Not happy. Wanted an explanation. And like Coach Bird previously, I don't know if he liked the answer he got, but he did get one. 5-point game. Brooks over to Heron, who is checked back into the game. Heron's the guy who started the second half for the Bears with a 3 from the corner. Shot clock runs out on Daniel. Handed back to Williams. Over it goes to Hamilton. The drive missed. Got it back. Dropped it in, but there is a foul that will get him to the stripe shooting. For a moment, I thought the official was going to indicate an offensive. But nope, he was simply indicating the bucket. The and one from Hamilton to again turn it into a 2-point game. In and out. Chengasi putting up the 3. It's off the rim. Retrieved by Marsh. And he will draw the blocking foul. And is charged to Davis. Marsh at the line, trying to make it a 1-point game. A 71% free throw shooter. Davis coming out of the game. Into the game is Jason Griffin. Big misses from Marsh, and not necessarily from a point deficit perspective. Still got 9 minutes, 45 seconds to play in the game. Plenty of time to overcome a 3-point deficit, but just that psychological one. Hamilton banks it. It's a 1-point game. Chengasi on the other end of the floor. Hamilton trying to tie it. And he'll shoot an air ball. McKinday, though, able to save it. Off the leg of Brooks. Williams says, let me tie it. 60 each. Foul on Marsh. This is as close as the Pirates have been since the start of the game, when obviously nobody had points. 60 points each team later. We are tied up again. Shangassi, the miss. Reaching over everybody was Brooks. Came down with the board. Over to Heron. 3 ball, short. Back out front it goes to Heron. He'll miss on the 3. Another board for the Bears. Able to get the block, Morse. Brooks. Back over to Daniel. And it's back out front to Shangassi. The 3 short. This time Williams will control. And the foul committed. Over the back goes Griffin. And the Pirates will have an opportunity here to do something they have not done the entire game, and that is grab the lead. .8:05 to go in the game. 32 minutes after it began. Pirates will get their first lead. Daniel with a handoff to Heron coming out of the corner. Brooks off the glass, rebounded by McKinday. Into the paint, Hamilton around the cylinder. And a blocking foul that has Hamilton shooting. Well, you know the cliche. Not all the time. Plenty of it left. Dixon coming in. Brooks will go out for the Bears. But Chad Valley, who spent 32 minutes behind in the game, has taken the lead. From the top of the key, the 3 is no good from Griffin. Hamilton with the rebound. Sent to Hamilton. Dixon defending. Hamilton drawing another foul. This one on Dixon. Hamilton, a 65% free throw shooter, 22 points a game. Has started every game this year. He and Marsh, the only 2 Pirates that have started all 31 games played by the Pirates. Off on the 3 try from Daniel. Pirates will get it back. Marsh to bring it down the floor. 1 and 3:30 tomorrow. Men's and women's championship. North and Sneed in the women's, Sneed and Who in the men's. Lead goes to 6. Marsh with a reach. James back over to Marsh. Lays it up and in. And the lead will go to 8. Pirates take the lead. 2 minutes ago and have grown it to 8. But there is still a ton of time left in this one. Just about all White Jones County. Diving catch it, shortstop. Gross. Towards the gap. Diving catch in center field by Ben Aklinski. There is a shot towards deep short. Kraft's got it. Long throw over, and he got it. Little 8-11 or music in the timeout here in Bishop State. 8-point Chat Valley lead. And it is now the Bears trying to find that rhythm. And takes away an 8-point deficit and gets them back into the ball game. Shangassi's been the guy. James with the rebound over to Hamilton. The lead goes to 10. Off the rim, battle to get it back. That is just a wheel. A battle of the wheels. Davis wins it, gets the 2. He and Williams battling. Davis wanted it more. Williams into the corner to Hamilton. Back out front to Marsh, left open for the 3. Dipped it in and out. Got it back, somehow got it to James. James with a miss. McKinday the miss. Loose ball, James has got it. And the official stopping play. And I think we're readjusting the shot clock. That was the reason for the stoppage. Bears take the opportunity to get Heron into the ball game. Out front to Wiltshire, shooting the 3, off the rim. James the rebound. Tipped away, Marsh able to go back and get it. Puts it up, off the glass, not there. Rebounded by Hamilton and then taken away by Daniel. And Hamilton, when he reached to take it back, trips up Daniel. It's the second foul on Hamilton. I don't know that that was such a bad foul. Daniel was definitely ahead of the pack. and looked like it was going to be an uncontested 2. There's another Hamilton foul.
Back-to-back fouls on Amari Hamilton as his third. 16 fouls against Chat Valley. Heading to the line to shoot for the Bears, JB
Davis to the line. Key free throws. It's not a do or die situation with 4 minutes, 5 seconds to play. 8-point ball game, but again, that picked me up. Davis, a 72% free throw shooter. He is typically pretty effective at the line. Goes 1 of 2. Marsh over to Williams. In a 7-point game, tipped away by Davis. Over it goes to Shangassi. Flips it back over to Good. Spin move into the paint. Banks it. Bears within 5. Over it goes to Hamilton. No lead, comfortable, 5 straight Bear points. And got the Bears in business. The Pirates with the lead. 3:12 to play. Both teams have had the biggest lead of the game, 10. Both teams have had their biggest lead of the game in the second half. Although the Bears had a 10-point lead at half number 1, but both have enjoyed the double-digit lead in the second half. It is currently a 5-point game. And then back over to Williams into the corner. Hamilton to the glass. Missed the shot, through the foul. Double bonus, 2 shots every time you go to the line, with a few exceptions for the remainder of the game for the Pirates. Pirates only have 1 timeout remaining. Bears have got plenty. Daniel got the 3. A big 3. I'm not sure what the issue is with Hamilton at the moment. Maury Hamilton took a few steps, went to his knees. A one-possession game. And a lot of time for a one-possession game. 2 minutes and 52 seconds. 52 seconds would be a lot of time for a one-possession game. Williams, top of the key, hands it over to Hamilton. Williams squares up, looks down low, nothing there. Handoff goes to Marsh. Shot clock dwindling, it's at 5. Marsh has to put it up at 2, nibbles the rim. Able to get it and put it back in is Hamilton. Flipped over to Daniel. Another 3 for Daniel. Time out on the floor. Daniel has hit the last 2 threes in back-to-back possessions. And Bevill State's within 2. I mentioned the commissioner of the ACCC. I found him. There he is. He may have been trying to hide way over the corner. But I have located him. What a great job he has done for this conference. It is growing by leaps and bounds. It may be one of the bigger conferences in the country. I know Mississippi's got a lot of schools participating, but Bama may have them beat now. (73-71) game. 2 minutes to play. Will regulation decide a winner? I know, I hate to bring it up, but you never know. I mean, granted, I think most of the folks behind the scenes would rather regulation determine it. Kinde makes it a 4-point game. Big possession. Good backing his way in. Shoots over Wilcher, misses the shot. Rebounded by Davis. And then by Williams, lost it going to the floor. And I think somewhere in the mix there was a kick, I believe. I don't think it was a foul. Bevill State putting it in play from the baseline. I think the numbers held up by the official were simply to indicate that's what he wanted on the shot clock. There's no 20 on the floor. So no foul, but again, I think there was a kick somewhere in there. Bears trying to turn it into a one-possession game. Lobbed out front, nearly taken away, but Marsh tips it out of bounds. In play to good, over to Shangassi. He is their leader. There is a foul committed by Marsh, and that's a 1-and-1. And not only a 1-and-1, it's the 4th on Marsh. So an opportunity for Bevill State to cut into the lead with the clock stopped. Hoover back into the game. Front end of the 1-and-1, good. And turns it into a 1-possession game. Second shot good too. "69 seconds left. And at this juncture, I'm not going to say in the season for one of these two. Because again, the 1:05, now 1 minute in regulation, might not be in for this game. Hamilton shoots from the elbow, a little bit short, rebounded by Brooks. Three-pointer from Daniel off the rim. Batted into the air, tipped out of bounds. And up into the stands went good. Pirate basketball. 38 seconds left. In play to Marsh. And an immediate Shangassi foul. Pirates will shoot two. "36 seconds left to play in the game. Marsh at the line, shooting two. Needs them both to make it a two-possession game. One more from Marsh. In and out. That was a big miss from Marsh. Time running down. This is precious time for the Bears. They need a three. Don't get it, do get it two. That was a lot of time right off the clock. It's a 1-point game. There's 6 seconds to play. One of these teams advances. The other heads home. great staff here. They do so many things right that makes stuff like that happen. Gets the crowd into the game. Well, if you don't steal the inbounds and you're the Bears, you're going to foul immediately. And you really don't have enough time to kind of handpick who you want to foul. And a foul called on Jalen Stevenson on the inbounds. Well, I guess that's not a bad thing to do. I mean, why not foul before any time goes off the clock? Preserve that time. And then you can kind of handpick. You do handpick. So you want to foul. So Marsh is the one they foul, and he's the guy under pressure to try to extend it to the largest of the one-possession leads. Yeah, that's what Stevenson was in the game for, just in the game to foul. And now Heron in. You want your three-point shooters there. Big free throws for Marsh. Pirates ask for time. They lead it by 3. At the moment, the upper hand. But Bevill State can level things out. Well, Coach Connor drawing up the plan. And he's got to draw up a plan that he hopes is a 3. Really don't have much time for anything else. And you don't care about the 2 unless you're fouled on the 2, and the chances are that won't happen. We could. I mean, it's basketball. It's a 3-point game. There's 6 seconds to go. A berth in the championship at stake. Anything could happen. Six seconds to play. In it goes to Shingassi. They need the 3. There is a foul on the 3. Shingassi will have to make all, but he's got a chance. Wow, what kind of pressure on this young man. Shingassi does not want to miss. He is a very good free throw shooter, 76.8%. Needing one more to tie. Hits them all. Tie ball game, 78 each. Yeah, the Bears are excited. The foul committed by Crawford. Sent Shangassi to the line. He goes to the stripe and calmly, coolly, and collectively drops in 3. And now the odds are we're headed to overtime. Pirates in 2 seconds, 2.2 to be exact. We'll try to get a halfway decent look to avoid OT. Well, we've got a whistle. And I don't know if it is clock related. It's over. Regulation done. And we're going to overtime. Bevill State and Chat Valley tied at 78.
Frustrated. She's having trouble with her defensive player. Look at this sweet pass behind the back for 2 on the assist.
And that one is hit on a rope to center field. Watch that one. And it is, oh, what a great diving catch by the center field.
And in that game, it was basically a running back by committee. I mean, you had a lot of guys carrying the football. Is that the protocol for the upcoming season for the backfield of Jackson State?
It's a really nice pitch to get the ground ball double play. Second one.
6-5 is your final. East Georgia advances to the championship game.
Well, we've got our answer. Would regulation be enough to determine a winner? Your answer is no. We are into OT in a 78 apiece game, and the tip to begin the extra quarter belong to the Bears. Looking at the stats, Bevill State has not been in an overtime game this year. Chat Valley has been in 1. Nearly got away from Hamilton, able to get it back. And that one overtime game they lost. The lead in by Marsh, got it back, tries again, off the glass. And there was a foul committed. And Davis is fouled out of the game. Marsh at the line, breaking apart a 78-all tie. And now the official says, wait a minute. Hang on just a minute. And they are confirming it is 5 fouls on Davis. And he will leave the game. Alistair Dixon coming in for Davis. And now the officials confirming. I'm not sure what that conversation is about. But what I do know is it's over and Marsh is at the strike. One of two goes Marsh. Shengassi and McKinday will commit the foul. Well, we've already learned that Shengassi's not the guy you want to foul. This is a lot less pressure packed at the moment than those three he hit with 2 seconds remaining in the game to tie it up at 78. Wow, maybe he needs the pressure. Missed the first of two. One of two, and we're tied again. This time it's 79. Down to the corner comes Williams, lost into the paint, bounce pass over to Shengassi. He leads the pack, it is blocked by Marsh, but put in by Dixon. And James is wobbly, headed to the other end of the floor. Marsh with it out front. 2-point Bear lead. And James thinking about what he would do next. Did not bring in possession of the basketball. He'll come out of the game. And Wiltshire will check in. Shengassi. Down it goes to Dixon, back to Shengassi, shoots the three. And there's another foul. That's going to send Marsh to the bench. His fifth, he's done. And Shengassi to the strike. Marsh fouling out of the game. And James will check back in. Shengassi going to the strike. One more for Shengassi. The lead goes to 5 in overtime. 2 players gone. Davis fouling out for the Bears, Marsh for the Pirates. Williams over to James. Wiltshire. Move the pivot foot. Dixon's got it out front. Over it goes to Shengassi. A swing pass down to Dixon. Tipped out of bounds by Hamilton. Brooks to put it in play from the near sidelines. Out to Dixon, then to Shangassi. He'll shoot the three. He'll drop in the three. Hamilton to the elbow, goes out front to Williams. An 8-point Bevill State lead. A little better than 2 left in overtime. Williams with a miss. Daniels will rebound. Over to Dixon. Out front it goes to Brooks. And then a rocket down to Good. Blocked by McKinday. James has got it. Important possession for the Pirates, and they'll score. 1 minute, 45 seconds to play. Bears leading it. Pirates trying to figure out a way back. Well, I mentioned it is a long drive up to the north part of Alabama. Jasper and home to the Bevill Bears, but they've brought a decent-sized contingency with them here. And have a 6-point lead with 1:45 to play. Well, will one overtime suffice? In play to Daniel. The longest basketball game I've ever broadcast was a 3 overtime game. Brooks for 2. Eight-point lead, Hamilton gets fouled. And that has been probably about 10 years ago. And you know, anytime you come to the gym or the diamond or the football field, one of these days you'll have one of those, you know, record breakers, if you will, personal record holders. A 7-point game, 3-possession contest. Will this be one of those days? If it is going to be a triple overtime or a quadruple, Pirates have got their work cut out for them. They are down by 3 possessions, and there's a minute to play. And Shangassi will get fouled by James. And Coach Bird asking why. 4 seconds on the shot clock. And the foul committed that gets Shangassi to the stripe. And I don't know that it's arguable that he is the best free throw shooter the Bears have under pressure. I think he's already proven that point. Hits them both. A 9-point game with a minute to play, and the Pirates don't have a lot of time to set up a lot of offense. They've just got to run and gun. And Williams will hit the three. Waving through traffic. And there is the Hamilton foul. We know on the women's side it will be the 1 and the 3 seeds meeting. Will it be 1 and 2 in this one? Or will it be 1 and 3? The odds do not favor the Pirates at this point. Good, pushing the lead to 7. A 3-possession game with 39 seconds left. Here comes Griffin into the game, and out will go Dixon. Short on the shot. And you got Shangassi to the other end of the floor. Dropped in by Griffin. And this one's been decided. Now a foul on the Hamilton drive. And the Bears are about to get their 18th win of the year. But more importantly, the win that gets them into the championship game. $3:30 tomorrow. Elijah Heron onto the floor. Hamilton at the stripe. Great year for both. One of only 4 teams to get to the semifinals. Only 2 advance. And those 2 are going to be Snead State and Bevill State. Clock rolls down. Shangassi to midcourt. Pirates have already said it's done. We'll let the time run out. That is your ball game. 95-86. Bevill's got another game in their future. They will take on Snead State tomorrow.